international compensation plan, because this is a plan that is very different, as you all know, than a lot of the plans that we've been exposed to here in North America, specifically in the United States. Many companies are using what you know of as the binary plans, unilevel plans, hybrid. And if you've ever worked those, you will quickly realize that those plans are heavily driven on recruiting and balance. And what I mean by that is you'd have to do a lot of recruiting of your friends, neighbors, coworkers, people that you want to introduce to the business to keep those plans in momentum. Also, those plans, when you look at the unilevels and some of the hybrids, are very restrictive, meaning after a certain amount of levels, you're cut off from the business that you're entitled to, similar to binaries, where if you don't have the right balance or the right amount of business in a leg, you're not going to get paid on that business. And so I don't want to really make those sound bad, but what I want you to really realize tonight is, obviously, there are different plans, and PM International has a plan that is a marketing plan that is proven over the last 2 decades. And to me, that's important, because when you look at the generations, the family generations that continue to get paid on this plan, I think I shared with you all that in my early days in the direct sales industry, I was introduced to a plan similar to this, not as good as this, but similar in structure without all the added cool things that we have here. And I worked that plan in that company for about 5.5 years. And the neat thing about this type of plan that I'm sharing with you tonight is it's really driven on the consumption of products as well as introducing new people into your business. But what happened is, when I stopped building the business there and no longer participated in that marketing plan, I continually got paid many, many years, almost 10 years after I stopped working that plan. That was a recurring income that was paid out. And that's what attracted me to PM International. The amount of people around the world that were earning recurring income, the amount of people around the world that were participating in plans similar to this structure that were the top income earners in the world. What's really nice about the PM International plan is you can do the work and you can put the time in, but then when you are ready to take a breath, ready to come off this, whatever it is, when you're ready, you know that you have built something that's going to continually reward you for the work that you already did. So let me go through here, because I've spent a lot of time kind of giving you my personal opinions of the plan. Now let me break it down for those of you following along. You've heard me say this on our business overview calls. We have multiple streams of income, one opportunity. And we're going to talk about retail profits tonight. We're going to talk about pool bonuses tonight. We're going to talk about generation royalties tonight, management bonuses, and top management bonuses. That's where we're going to focus a little bit tonight. Now, first of all, we all know that one of the key positions in the marketing plan here at PM International is to become a manager. That's really your first key positions. There's 4 that we recognize, and that is the manager, the international marketing manager, the president's team, and the Champions League. But right now, we're going to talk about the manager position, because that, for those of you that are brand new, that's the first position you want to get to so that you can increase your commissions, increase your discount. And it's very simple to get there. The one option that you have is you can accumulate 1,500 points within a calendar month from your personal sales, your retail sales, your customer sales, and your pool partners that are being enrolled into your business. So as long as you have an accumulation within a calendar month of 1,500 points, then you're going to achieve that manager status level. Now, there's another way that most people choose. It's a much faster way to become manager, and that is by you enrolling with an ultimate pack, or we call it a pool pack, and that carries 500 points with it, and introducing at least 2 other people into the business that do the same thing. And in that situation, you would have 1,500 points just through your purchase and their purchases, okay, the 2 people that you introduced. But as you're following along in the red here, you're also already putting added bonuses into your pocket, because even though our pool bonuses are reserved for our managers, when you join PM International as a pool partner, meaning you join with your demo kit, you purchase your ultimate pack, okay, and you get your 500 points that are associated with that, in your qualifying month, when you introduce other people who do the same thing, you're going to get $60 off each one of those sign-ups because of the package they purchased. They purchased the pool pack, which we call the ultimate pack. So that is a much faster way to get to the 1,500 points. You decide what's best for you. You decide what you want to do, but that's available for you. Now let's talk about the manager level a little bit, because I want you to know what happens. Once you achieve manager, you now receive a 30% discount on your product purchases. Of course, if you go in and set up your purchases on a monthly auto ship of 100 points or more, then you're going to be able to get the 10% discount associated with that auto ship plus your 30%. So you're right at 40% now. You're also going to qualify to earn top retailer bonuses, which is anywhere from 3 to 5%. We're not going to go into great detail at all on that tonight, but we have team partners already across the country that are taking advantage of that incentive. I mentioned that you're going to have an opportunity to earn pool bonuses. I talked about the $60 as a team partner, but now as a manager, when you enroll other folks into PM International with their pool packs or as pool partners, you're going to get $120 for each one you personally enroll and $60 for each person they enroll. We'll talk about that a little more. And as I said, we're going to talk about generations of royalties and the 6 generations of royalties that you're entitled to. So let's back up a little bit. I wanted to share an example with you on how that 40% commission that you can earn on retail income works. Imagine if you just went out in a month and you shared 2 bottles of Ultimate Young per week. You went out and you used the product, you talked about it, and you demoed it. And 2 people a week made that purchase from you as customers. Well, if you did that as a manager, you'd put an extra $346 in your pocket just in retail commission. But if you bumped up a little bit and you had 3 bottles per week that you were selling, okay, that's 3 a week, that's 12 a month, just going out demoing the product, just retailing and demoing product. Well, folks, that's over $500 right there that you would be earning in the month just on retail income. So I don't know on the call tonight how many of you can get excited about an extra $300 or $500 a month, but I know for many of us, that's a car payment, that's a tuition payment, that's an insurance payment, that's daycare, that's mad money. It's extra money that can make a significant difference in your household, and you control that by the amount of demos that you are doing. As a matter of fact, there's a statistic that's been put out that 80% of the people who file bankruptcy, if they had just an extra $300 a month coming into their household, they would be able to avoid that bankruptcy. So that's significant, and I think many of you see that. So let's move along. I want to talk about something that maybe many of you are not aware of. As a manager, you're in a situation where you can override your team partners. Now, team partners, of course, are people, for example, who decide to join your business. They purchase the demo kit, and they're out there purchasing product. Maybe they're sharing product with other people, creating customers. But the neat thing is, you can have as many team partners as you want. And as your team partners are out there purchasing product and sharing product with their customers, you're earning a 10% override as a manager off those dollars, not points, off those dollars. So in this example here, you can see you have about 5 different team partners that you've introduced to the business. They haven't become managers yet. And let's say their groups, as you're looking here, are doing different amount of dollars in sales. Well, in this example here, where you see one group's doing $700 in total sales, that's $70 in overrides to you. Another group's doing $1,100. That's $110 in overrides to you. Another group's doing $670 this month in purchases. That's $67 to you. Can you see how this adds up? Another group's doing $880 in purchases and sales. That's $88 to you. And another group doing $1,300 in this example in purchases. That's $130. You just put $455 in your pocket in addition to the retail commissions that we talked about, in addition to the pool bonuses that we briefly talked about. So I wanted to put an example together. As a manager, if you went out and you had 5 customers this month, and those 5 customers each purchased 1 bottle of Ultimate Young, and you introduced 5 people yourself to the company with their pool pack, well, you would have put in your pocket over $800 just in customer retail income and pool bonuses. Just those 2 ways of getting paid. That's over $800. And again, I don't have to ask the question. I'm sure of it. Many of you get excited about the money we've already shared. This is more. You can see that now you're starting to get yourself in a position where you're making the type of income that can be even a mortgage payment or a really, really, really nice car payment or anything else that you might want to use it for. Here's another example as a manager. Let's say in this example, you introduce 5 people with a pool pack. Now, 5 is a number I like to use simply because that's going to allow you to advance all the way to the top of the marketing plan. It's also a situation where you can create the opportunities and build teams and really build that camaraderie within your group. So I want to use these examples because I think 5 is a great number. So you've introduced 5 people as pool partners with their pool packs. But what if each one of those this month also introduced 1 person with their pool pack? Well, you're going to get $120 on each person that you personally introduced, but you're also going to get $60 off the people they introduced. So in this example, that's an extra $900 in your pocket. I'm going to just expand this out a little more. What if you introduced 5 this month and each one of those folks introduced 5? Just in pool bonuses alone, your pool bonus would be over $2,100 That's $2,100 just by you introducing 5 pool partners and each one of those folks introducing 5 pool partners. That's pretty darn good money. So how does the pool bonuses work? Well, I wanted to give you an illustration here because you're going to receive $120 off each person that you personally enroll with a pool pack. And then you're going to receive a $60 pool bonus off each person they enroll. And they're going to get the 60. So you're basically splitting the 120 because they're not a manager yet. But remember I said in their qualifying month, they're going to get $60, right? And you're going to get the other 60 as the manager. And in this example, you can see you have a manager in your business. That manager is going to get $120 off anyone they enroll, and then $60 pool bonus off anyone that person enrolls. So you see that right here. This is you up top here. You introduce this person here with a pool pack, and you can see me drawing on this, circling it right now. There's your $120. And when anyone they introduce or who they introduce is going to be this additional $60. Now, when you have someone who's a manager in your group, again, because this is a question that comes up, now they've started their own pool, and so they're going to get the $120 right here, and they're also going to pick up the $60 here, just like you did on this side. So it's always good for you to start new pools, introduce new people. So that gives you a little idea of the potential of the fast money introducing folks to PM International as pool partners. You're going to be able to pick up that quick money of those pool bonuses while you're building your business. Now, the next way of getting paid I want to talk about tonight is generation of royalties, because as a manager, you have the opportunity to earn royalties off other managers in your business. And you've heard me stress on calls before, I've talked about these are not levels, these are generations. And so I put an illustration here. You're going to see me draw a line right here that shows team partners up here, okay? Folks that are not managers yet. They're pool partners, but they haven't achieved the manager level yet. Well, you're going to get your 10%, let's say, off these team partners right here in your override. But what I want you to focus on is this first generation of manager right here. This first generation manager, you're going to receive off their business and anyone in their business down to the next generation, this 5% royalty. And then here's your second generation manager. In this example now, anyone under this manager down to the next generation, you're going to get that 3% generation royalty. And then again, you're going to look, and the anchor is going to drop. It's going to look for another manager in your organization. And here you see your third generation. And anything under this manager, doesn't matter how deep it goes, how far it goes, anything under that manager to the next one, you're going to get 3%. So I thought this was a great illustration here of generation royalties. You can actually earn up to 6 generations of managers. I want to show you that here right now. In this example, we're using you as a manager who introduced 5 people to the business, who introduced 5, who introduced 5, and so on. And this is with you having, if you can see right here, 5 different teams with a manager on each one of those teams. And that's going to open up this 6 generations of royalties. We just talked about 3, but now you have 6. And this is where the money, as you can see, starts getting much bigger when you get past those first 3 generations here. This is significant. And so here, just by you introducing 5, who introduced 5, who introduced 5, who introduced 5, and you do that just 6 times, okay, just in generation royalties alone. I'm not talking about the other ways that we've talked about being paid tonight. You're going to have almost $50,000 in generation royalties. And in this example, this is just with each person that's being referenced is making an average purchase of 100 points. Okay? This will also bring you all the way to the Champions League with the volume. But let's do it the way that I like. Let's use this same example, but let's say each person is making 500 points worth of purchases each month. They're either buying the Club 500, they're going for their check assurance, they're purchasing product. Maybe it's a combination of their purchase and their customers. I'm just saying in this example, each one has 500 points. We're using the same example, 5 who get 5, who get 5, who get 5. You have your 5 manager legs, as you can see here, which opens up 6 generations of business, which is significant, as you can see. And look at here. You're talking about over $250,000 a month just in generation royalties. I mean, I don't know about you all, but that's a lot of money. I don't know if I could even come close to thinking about how I could spend that kind of money a month. And that is what's available just in generation royalties. So they'll add up. The generation royalties, if you really want to know the power of them, think about it like the penny compounding. You know, a penny doubled is 2 pennies. Double it again, it's 4. Double it again, it continues to go on 8, 16, 32, 64 as the numbers grow. By the end of the month, you would have millions of dollars that you would be earning from that penny doubling. So let's talk now about management bonuses, because this is another great way of getting paid. Now we're really focusing in this area here, which is once you achieve the sales manager level, you're now tapping into management bonuses. This is where you're going to get the added 2% as a sales manager, the added 5% as a marketing manager, and the added 9% as an international marketing manager. But what I want to point out tonight is you will still get your generation royalties that you see here, but many people ask, what is this down below the generation royalties, where it says max 2%, max 5%, max 9%? That is when I tell you, when you earn management bonuses, they are not limited to generations. They are unlimited levels, okay? So when you're a sales manager, you're going to earn 2% off your entire organization in addition to your retail income, in addition to your pool bonuses, in addition to your generation royalties. Same thing as a marketing manager, as well as an international marketing manager. Now, I want to give you a couple other examples here. In this example, you'll see I'm using sales manager. And this is the 2% that you're getting off your organization. Okay? Same thing as a marketing manager. This is the 5% you're getting off your organization. In addition, as I said, to everything else. But I use this example for illustration here where you see the 3%, because you're always going to get the difference of where you are in the marketing plan on your management bonuses and where the sale is made. So in this example, you can see you as a marketing manager, you have a sales manager in your organization. So that sales manager is going to get 2% off their entire business here, and you're going to get the difference between their 2 and your 5, which is 3%. Now, the cool thing about that is, as other people are advancing in your business, they're adding more business to your business. They're going to help advance you in your business. So let me give you another example. This is the international marketing manager level. And this is another key position, as I shared with you earlier. Managers the first, international marketing managers the second. Here, you're earning 9% management bonus. So everything in your organization, you're going to earn an additional 9% on. Now let's take it further. Let's say you have a sales manager in your business. Remember that sales manager gets 2%. So what's the difference between 2 and 9? I guess take 2 away from 9. That leaves you with 7% off that entire organization. Let's say you're a international marketing manager, but yet you have an organization that has a marketing manager, okay? Well, that marketing manager is going to get their 5% off their business, and you're going to get the difference between 5, okay, and 9, which you get, which is 4%. So that kind of gives you an idea how this works. And again, I want to show you here, this goes all the way through the marketing plan, all the way up to Champions League, where you can see 12%, 15, 18, 19, all the way up to 21%. So I'll use this as an example. If you're a Champions League and you bring somebody new into the business, okay, they're a team partner, they're a manager, doesn't matter. Okay, the difference is you're getting 21% off their entire business. If they happen to be a sales manager, then they'll get their 2% off their group. The difference between 2 and 21 is 19%, so you'll make 19% off that entire group. So that's significant. That is extremely significant, because as I've shared with you multiple times, and for those of you that are brand new, I mean, one of the things I can say that I love most about this marketing plan, and there's several things, is the fact that you're not restricted by the amount of money you can make. You can introduce new people and continue to build new teams and get the difference of where you're at and they're at. And you can also continue to advance through the marketing plan. And as your organizations grow, you're not just getting the difference off those 6 generations, okay? You're getting the difference off the entire book of business you have, your entire organization. So in summary here, just to kind of give you a summary of what we've covered, you've got a significant opportunity with your retail income here. And we have some people that are making seriously thousands of dollars a month out there retailing products. I mean, when you have products, as I said in the beginning, that give people results, they're going to want it. If it makes them feel better, if it makes them look better, okay, if it makes them perform better, they're going to want it. And that's big money on the table for you. And as I said, we've got people making several $100,000 a month doing that. We talked about the discount you get on auto ship. We talked about the pool bonuses, which are just there to help you get your new people off to a quick start. But I think equally important is to help put some money in your pocket quickly while you're building up the recurring side of your business, the residual income side of your business. And then we have our royalties. Think of royalties as the penny compounding. It may not be a lot in the beginning, but as your business continues to grow and managers continue to develop and you continue to get percentages on that, as you get down there in the different generations of managers, as you saw, that can get very significant. Going back to this one slide here I showed you early on, I mean, $240,000. I don't know if it took you a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. To me, it would be worth every ounce of effort you put into it to just get that kind of money just on the royalties. That's significant. And then we talked about the management bonuses here that range, and the top management bonuses all the way up to 21%. Now, I don't want to finish this call without pointing out some other perks that are part of our compensation plan. We have the car incentive that begins at the international marketing manager level. And we have several people in the United States that we're already beginning to make part of their car payment. We have a retirement program. If you didn't check the back office, if you didn't read the announcements that went out yesterday, we've got the new retirement form back there. You can check it out, but I don't know how many companies that I can recall that have a retirement plan for their reps. We have travel incentives. This is big. I mean, we're talking about domestic incentives, worldwide incentives, different trips. I mean, think about how much money you try to save up over the years just to go on vacation. Here are trips that many of them you can qualify for and that are paid for with no money out of your pocket. And then, of course, you're going to continually be recognized, rewarded, and the personal growth that you're going to get by being part of the PM International team is just priceless. So I'm excited. I'm excited because there is so much opportunity here. I'm excited because you have a little more information tonight and probably a little bit better understanding of the power of the marketing plan we have. It's really, how much do you want to earn? And I also want to say, it's not if you're going to earn big money, it's when, if you work this program. See, as I say, we don't have to guess. We don't have to guess if this pay plan is going to pay out a lot of money. It already is. There are people around the world already making six-figure monthly incomes with this pay plan, and they don't even have pool bonuses. So just imagine the opportunity that we have with the timing here in the United States and the grand opening coming up with the pool bonus, with this marketing plan. The opportunities are unlimited. So I want to congratulate you on the decision you made. I want to congratulate you on the efforts that you're going to make to achieve your goals. I want to encourage you to just go out, keep your business very simple, and here's some advice here as we wrap up. Stay plugged in. As I said, it's like going to church. It's like going to the gym, whichever you go to. Okay, you know, when you go on a regular basis, it's easy to continue to go. Now, this is like a gym membership. You could sign up for PM International, but if you don't go push the weights, meaning if you don't use, talk, and demo, there's a good chance nobody's going to buy product from you, good chance nobody's going to enroll in the business with you. So you're going to have to move the weights a little bit, just like a gym membership. So it's simple. Use, talk, demo. Use, talk, demo. Use, build your story. Talk, tell your story. Demo, go out there and show people the benefits of the product. It's that simple. And duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. And this marketing plan will reward you as you compound over time. All right, I'm about done talking tonight. I know I've gone a little bit over my time. I hope you pick something out of here that can make a difference in your business or give you a little more understanding. I'm looking forward to traveling out here and meeting each of you as you build your group and allow me to come in and work with you and train. I'm looking forward to seeing those of you that are going to Germany. And of course, I'm looking forward to our opportunity call that we're going to have webinar next Tuesday. So have a great weekend, have a great holiday, and I'll look forward to sharing in your successes as we go along here and just change some lives, folks. Have a great night. Appreciate you joining us. Good night, everybody.